Hi everybody, and for those of you that don't know who I am, my name's Megan Harvey. I am your digital marketing coordinator for the Kangaroo Island Tourism, Food, Wine and Beverage Association. Great to meet you all. For those of you that know me, how you going guys? Today I am giving you a bit of a video. This will go for about 40 minutes. So grab a coffee or a drink and sit down and watch this video when you have got some time to sit down and pay attention to this, because this is quite important in terms of what we're doing for visitor servicing for the island starting from today. So many of you might have known that in the past the Food and Wine Association had developed a digital tool which helped to drive visitors across the island to eating and drinking locations across the island. It also included things like those eating and drinking events. So when visitors came to the island, they could see who was open, what days, and what they had on the island. Since the merger, one of the key bits of information that we've now redeveloped is the digital map. And we have now included all of the tours and attractions across the island. We've also included how to get here, including by plane and by ferry. We've included things like hire cars, a tour option, and a whole lot of other things that people can see and do. This will become our call to action. So previously, where the visitor centre used to create a paper handout for people that came to the door here at the visitor centre, this is now our digital collateral, and our plan is to make sure that every person that's coming to the island is able to access this bit of information. It's very intuitive. It's made to be kept up to date all the time. So it's important that if your opening hours are kept up to date. So tomorrow, if you're closing, you need to change it and say that you're closed tomorrow and then you're reopening again on Sunday, for instance. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to take you through a bit of a tour. So the address of the map is kimap.com.au. I will, as a member, you are, as a tour operator, an attraction, anywhere that a consumer or visitor wants to go will be featured on this map. And I'll run through how accommodation is going to be featured on the map shortly. So as a member, I'll go through the business listings and the filters, how the airport and the ferry terminals and the hire cars work, transport and tours, how we can create an itinerary for the people themselves that are using this, how you can create an itinerary, you can sort the itinerary, navigating through it and emailing. You can add in an option, an offer. We can add in an event if you're holding an event. If you're a pop-up type location, say like Mini Delights or Beach Barista, this is very functional for you guys so that you can change your location day to day and it will change automatically. And then again, how we're featuring the accommodation. So I'll just flick over. Apologies for my computer. You will hear a bit of clicking in the recording. So just to give you a heads up about that. So I'll just flick over to the map now. Now this is the new home screen. This is built to be, I'm recording this on a desktop, so it's built to be mobile responsive, so it won't look as broad as what this recording is, but it'll be a little bit clunky on the desktop, so you'll just have to bear with me a little bit. So you'll get a welcome screen. It will then, where's my mouse? Here it is. They'll then swipe across to here. Discover places to visit and build your itinerary, check out our exclusive offers and the island's upcoming events, and then here, if you're driving on the island, watch a short video of driving conditions here on the island. Then they can click start planning. They don't have to scroll through these buttons, but they can click start planning and it will take them directly to the map. Now I'll just move my little face here across the other side so that you can see a little bit more about what is going on. So just bear with me and I'll zoom out now. So here is Kangaroo Island. Just a quick thing about the driving condition stuff. So the Kangaroo Island, we've had all of the videos that are available from the council are available here for people to read. They're available in all the different languages, and that's available from the Car Council stuff. So we've embedded all that gear on there. Now, I'll just explain to you how all the icons work. So I'll bring up the filters. Everybody that's featured on the map will have a primary icon. I've preset all those icons, so if you want to change what your icon looks like, whether you don't want to be a natural attraction, you actually want to be an activity or an experience, that's totally up to you. You could actually go in and change that, and I'll show you how to do that later. So these are the icons that we have. You've got eating out locations, we have farm gates, we have cellar doors, natural attractions, activities and experiences, historical sites, and arts and culture. We've also got a unique icon that we can use, which we'll start placing a few extra things around, a bit like maybe Prospect Hill as an attraction that is not attributed to a business. So we'll be starting to play around with some of those as well, and we'll start putting them on as they come to fruition. So they're the filters that we have. You can change yours. So if Cape Willoughby Lighthouse doesn't want to be a historical one, they can change it to a tour, to the activity and experience if they need to. I'll go through the ferry and the airport icons. So here we've got what ferry services we have. So we've got Sea-Link, Car Connect. People can also click on car hire and tours and transport. If people click on this, it will open up a new browser and it will take you direct to Sea-Link to book. If they click on Car Connect, it will take them to their ATDW listing. The car hires will take, so Budget and Hertz are all listed here under the Kangaroo Island Airport and the ferry terminal at Penneshaw. Car Connect are listed here under the Penneshaw Ferry Terminal. Same thing with the airport. We've got Rex and Qantas listed here. That will take them directly to their websites. Car hire, tours and transport are also included here, and a bit of information about the airport, which takes you directly to the Car Council's website about stuff at the airport. The tours and transport, so those guys that offer a tour or a transport experience, so things like wilderness tours, Sea-Link, Kangaroo Island Adventure Tours, Odysseys, Hire a Guide, you guys are all listed here, so people that don't want to self-drive can still have access to your details, and this will go through to your ATDW listing. Now, so the way that this map works is that people will enter it and they might like to build an itinerary. It's basically built for a self-driver unless they want to take it to a transport, but it's built for the self-drive. So say I've come off the ferry today, I want to do part of the south coast today, I'm going to do the north coast tomorrow. I want to build a bit of an itinerary, and I can see that a few of the icons along the way, where I might want to go. So first of all, I've come off the ferry. I want to go into American River, and I want to make sure. Okay, so I'm going to go to the Oyster Farm shop as my first location, and so I'll click on the Oyster Farm shop, and I can see their listing here. I can see their opening hours here. So open daily from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and the local menu finishes at 2:30. My advice to you is make sure that you keep your opening hours just your opening hours. Don't put any more of this stuff on your opening hours stuff. Keep it really short and sweet so that people don't have lots of stuff to read through. If you want to add more detail, you can add a bit more of that detail in the back end a little bit more where people can select more details. But I would keep this really short and sweet. That is way too long, guys, sorry. But I'm creating an itinerary for myself. I'm coming off the ferry. I'm going to travel through to the south coast. So I'm going to add them to my itinerary. I can also ring them straight from here. So if I'm on my phone, I can ring them direct from here, and it will connect straight through to you guys. So, but over here you can see number 1 has appeared. I'm going to start building my itinerary. If I know of a place I want to visit, I know I want to go to Seal Bay. Who doesn't want to go to Seal Bay? So I can put in the search, and I can click on Seal Bay here, and I can go, oh, there it is, righto. I'm going to add that to my itinerary because I know I want to go there. So all of a sudden I've got 2. And I also know about this rustic blue. I've heard about it, but I've got no idea where it is. So I'll put in rustic blue. Oh, there it is, righto. So I'm going to add them as well. So all of a sudden I've got 3 things to add to my itinerary. I know I want to go to Remarkable Rocks, but I don't know where that is, so I'll search for it again. You don't have to search for things. You can just click on them as you're looking on the map and add them to your itinerary. So now I've got 4 things in my itinerary. I can have a look at my itinerary, and I'm going to go, right, yep. So I'm going to view my itinerary. It's got Oyster Farm Shop, Seal Bay, Rustic Blue, Remarkable Rocks. I can view this on a map to tell me, and it will tell me how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And I've gone, I don't want to do it in that order. I want to do it in a different order. So I go back to my itinerary, and I want to actually do Remarkable Rocks first. And this is a bit dodgy because I'm on my desktop, so it doesn't work. Sometimes it doesn't work very well. But I can literally drag. Oh, there we go. I want to do Remarkable Rocks first. I want to do the Oyster Farm Shop on the way back because I'm going to stay in Penishore. I'm going to stay in American River. Then I'm going to do, I might do Rustic Blue after that, Seal Bay, and then the Oyster Farm. So I've got Remarkable Rocks, I've got Rustic Blue, and then I have got Seal Bay, and then I'm going to do the Oyster Farm Shop. So I view the itinerary on the map. And now I'm going to do Remarkable Rocks first, then come back to Rustic Blue, then do Seal Bay, and then do the Oyster Farm Shop. That might work for me. Okay, so I go back to my itinerary, and I view that I can then navigate to my itinerary. It will then take you out to Google. Now, some of you will say to me, I haven't got my locator pin set, so it won't show me the map, the actual route. Connectivity over the island is an issue. Yes, it is an issue. So we've thought about that a little bit. And what we can do, so it will show them the route to get there. What we have thought about doing is people can email a copy of the itinerary to them so that we can capture their details. If they put their email address in here and then email it will then email them a hard copy of the map through to them. And they'll have all those itineraries. So they can be sitting somewhere with Wi-Fi. So encourage people, when they're sitting at your location, encourage people to build their itinerary, email it to themselves if you know that they're going out of Wi-Fi access, and so that they know that they're going to get it. So that's the email, that's the itinerary builder, basically how it works. We've got some smarts in the back end that will tell us exactly who's building what itineraries, how many they're building. The map will also show us hotspots across the island where people are accessing the map from, so it'll ping them, and we'll have a heat map across the island to show us where they're actually getting, where we're getting hits from them as they're travelling across the island. And it will also show us in our Google Analytics who is clicking on your location and whether they've asked for more details, whether they've added to your itinerary, whether they're ringing you. So we'll be able to give you specific information about who's being driven to your location from this map. I'll just clear all that so that it takes it off. I'll just go back to my PowerPoint. So we've gone through the individual business listings, the filters, the airport and the ferry terminals and the hire cars, the tours and transport. We've done the itinerary, how you can sort that navigation and the email. I'll now just go through the offers and the events. So on the site, across over here, is a little tag, which is our offers tag. So you've got the ability yourself to log into your own listing and create an exclusive offer for any customer that's coming onto this site. So Sunset have put in their offer. It's an express lunch. Their lunch menu for September is a 3-course and glass of wine for $60 a person. Check out their page for the menu. To get this offer, they need to enter their email address, which will give them then an offer code, which they can then present to you on turning up to your location, basically. Or they can navigate straight here. So they don't really need to use the offer code if they don't want to, but it's a way of getting you in front of the customer if you've got an offer. Now, the offer doesn't have to be something unique and out of the box. You might need to clear some stock. You might need to offer, you might want to offer an experience that's 2 for 1. You can put in anything that you like, and I would encourage you to use it as much as you can, because the more people that see you on this, the more they think, oh, I'm going to go here. That's a great deal. I'm going to get, So use it to the best of your ability. If you want some help crafting some stuff around this, then just give Colleen and I a ring. We can help you at any time if you're having trouble with this, at any time. The events, similar here, there's a little calendar. I've just chucked in a test event here just to show you how this works. But any events that you're hosting, whether across the island, it doesn't have to be at your location, you can be at any other location, give us a shout out and we'll put this event in here. This function here has a bit of extra smart around it. So if you're selling tickets to this and you're using something like Eventbrite to sell the tickets, it will include those links to click through to. So I'll just look at this one on the map. I've just put this one in at Emu Bay, for instance. I can add it to my itinerary, but I really want to know what we would be doing is we'd be putting in more detail about what the actual event is. And I can go to more details here and it will bring it back to the website and I can register for the event. So we can click it through to Eventbrite so that people can purchase tickets. It doesn't have to be a ticketed event, a bit like Dudley's Savvy Sundays. That's something that we would normally put in here. If you've got Melbourne Cup luncheons, if you've got anything that's outside of your normal business trading, then let us know what you've got on and we'll put it up. These events will turn on the map 5 days before the actual event happens. 4 days. And that's specifically for a traveller that's coming to the island. We know that their average length of stay is, say, 3 to 4 days. So they will know that this event is happening while they're on the island. So it's got great visibility of the traveller being here on the island. The same with pop-ups. Now, we've got a pop-up feature which we developed specifically for businesses that we knew that change location across the island. We've got a good handful of food vans that now appear, and businesses that also like to, pop up at the yacht club or at Emu Bay or at the brewery or, those sort of things that are going to travel around. So each member has got a pop-up feature. So if you're planning on doing something, and you don't just have to be an eating and drinking location. So say if you're a parks and you're running an event at the brewery, you can put a pop-up or an event on here to let people know that it's going on. So the one that I've just put in here is I've just put one in here for minis, and this is just a test. It'll tell people when you're open. So if this was running on Sunday, this green bar would be red and say close today, and it would tell people the dates you're going to be open, the times that you're going to be open, and what you're doing. People can add you to the itinerary and navigate here. We can also put in a phone number here as well, so people can ring you if they need to. So that's pretty much everything that I wanted to show you. Oh, I will show you a couple of things. It's got a Google Translator on here, so we can translate it into any other language, and it does get translated a lot, especially Chinese. The other thing that I really wanted to point out is we've got a lot of accommodation members, obviously. We've got a plan that accommodation will appear on this map eventually, just not this week. But we've got a bit of a work around this at the moment, where how we're driving traffic to accommodation, and it appears in this hamburger menu up here in the top right-hand corner. If you click on this, it'll take you away from this map and give you more in-depth information. So if I wanted to find accommodation, that will take us to the tourkangarooisland.com.au website, specifically to the accommodation pages. If they want to know more about Kangaroo Island, that will also take us to that section of the website. Eat and Drink will take us off to the Eat Drink website page. Events will be hosted on the Eat Drink site because they filter through to the map. We're planning on building self-drive itineraries. So there is one in there at the moment for the Cygnet River, which the Cygnet River guys came together and collaborated on. If you want to collaborate with businesses around your area and create your own itineraries that you'd like to present to us and say, can we put this itinerary up? By all means, do that. We will be building some stuff, and that's our intention, is to help people get around the island a little bit easily. So, but if you've got something, say the guys down the West End, you go, right, we want to do something specific around what we want to do. So can we give you some suggestions? And by all means, give it to us. We're open. Please do. Make my life a little bit easier. Take me on a tour, so that'll take the guys directly to that tour and transport option, and hiring the cars. This here, these other sub categories here is your member login. So if you need to log in to change your details, and I'm going to show you a little bit about that in a minute, then please do use this. It'll take you to the login area. And if you're not listed on the map and you're not yet a member of us, then this will take you to our page on our website about how you can become a member. All right. So I won't click away from any of those because that will just take a little bit of time. Now, just back to my little PowerPoint, make sure I've gone through everything. So I've gone through how we're featured in accommodation, the pop-ups, the events. I hope all of this is exciting for you guys as it is for us, because we've worked on this for quite a while, Kylie and I. So the next bit is just some additional features from the map that you can access. So obviously we've got some different levels of membership. We've got some industry champion memberships that pay the top level, and on the map they will actually get a direct call to action URL click. So a couple of our members are, those champion memberships are Sea-Link, the Seafront Hotel Group, the Ozone, Emu Ridge and Dudley Wines. Sea Dragon Lodge will also be coming on. So those guys that are featured on this map will receive a direct click through to their call to actions on their website, whether it's directly to their actual homepage or a booking site, whatever they like. If you've got, you all get a primary icon, whether it's a food and eating, one of them. You get one. If you require more than one, come and talk to us, because we can put more than one. Both of these options are available for a additional purchase if you require. I will just show to you how the the icon does work if you are if you've got more than one option available. And Handsome Bay is a really good example of this. I want to show on the map just the eating out locations. I'm just looking for somewhere to eat. It'll then filter all of those eating out locations. But what will happen is I've set everybody, so hopefully I've set everybody up correctly. If I've missed something, then please let me know. Handsome Bay, their primary icon is set to attraction and experience, but they also offer an eating out location. Now, if Handsome Bay wanted a red icon for the eating out, then we can add in the additional icon. They'll still appear on this map, but there'll be a green one. If you wanted a red one, then we can put that in, and that will just be an additional cost because we need to do some building behind the scenes to make sure that happens. Also, additionally, for the guys that are food and beverage, if you're offering a tour, and so something like Island Beehive, they are an eating out location. They're a farm gate. They will appear as a farm gate icon here. If you wanted a tour icon, an experience or an attraction, we can put one there. Just let us know. It's a small cost to do that because we need to do some building in the back end. So I just wanted to go through those. What else? That's about it for that bit. So I'll go through what's important for you to know. This is as I said before, this is our call to action. It's important that you keep this up to date. You'll have the logins to keep it up to date. It will replace those monthly handouts that the Vic used to produce. You will receive an automated monthly email reminder that will show you what the details are that you've currently got set, and it will give you a button on that email so that you can log in and adjust anything that you need to adjust. I'll go through right now how you log into your page to maintain the details. I'll just go over to here and I'll shut that. Now, you will, when you log in, if you click that member login bit from here, off your hamburger, member login, it will take you to whoever I've set you up as. So I've just gone to Admiral's Arch here. And it's set to your email addresses are linked to just your account. So you won't see all of this that I see. You'll see majority of it, but I'm just moving myself so you can see what's going on. This listing is being pulled through from your ATW listing. So it's really important that you maintain your ATW listing. There's many of you at the moment where your ATW listing has been inactivated, and I've contacted you all about that, and it's important that your details are kept really up to date. What's important is this image. It will pull through the first image that it grabs, and it will also pull through your address and what's called the short description from your ATW listing. It grabs your location on the Google map that you set. That's a really important one to set to make sure that people know exactly where you are, not your office, but where you're going to be having your face-to-face connection with your customer. You do have the ability to change some of this. So we've got an override. So if you don't want to use that image, you can then come down a little bit. You can add an image. It needs to be 300 by 300 pixels and no larger than 1.5 megs. So you click the image, you upload your file, you search your computer, and you basically select it, and then it will change the image. You can change your short summary. So any of this ATW description that's pulled through, you can actually change it. I prefer not to. what the idea of this is to make sure that you're really maintaining ATW, because we're not the only ones that use your listing. SouthAustralia.com use your listing, Australia.com use your listing, and a lot of other travel agents across, not just across Australia, but internationally as well, use your listing. So it's really important to keep that up to date as much as you can. What everybody will need to do is, and what we haven't pulled through from ATW, are your opening hours. This website is made to keep people up to date about what your opening hours are. Now, if you don't maintain this, I'll be able to, I've got a feature that tells me who is maintaining their listing. If you're not going to keep this up to date, then you need to let us know so that we can either assist you, and if you're not, then we're going to have to pull it off, because we can't have out-of-date information staying with the customer. This map will not work. I need to emphasise this. So put everybody that has, especially the tourism operators that haven't been on this map before, please, when you get an email from me to enter the website, please go in and put in the opening hours of your location. And this is where you can change your primary icon type. So if we've set you as a natural attraction or a historical site, whatever, and you want to be an activities or an experience icon, just come in here and change it. You'll then need to go, for it to stay changed, you'll then need to come up and just click update. Then that will update. It will then come through to the map. You'll need to refresh if you want to check it to make sure that it has happened. You'll need to just come through to the map again, refresh your map, and you'll be able to click on your location, and it should pretty much happen straight away. About 20 seconds is what it takes. And this is the beauty of this map. ATW takes about 24 hours for the information to change. So if you change it on ATW, it'll take 24 hours to feed through because it needs to be approved. Where this will, it's 20 seconds. So it's really intuitive and responsive and keeps you up to date really quickly. Food and wine guys that have had a listing before, your page stays exactly the same. We're not feeding your ATW through yet. It's staying the same as it was before. Your page will look a little bit different. It has a bit more in-depth information that you can add. If you are finding that you are an eating out location that does need a bit more information, like you want to be able to link to menus or things like that, just get in contact with me and I'll change your page type over so it doesn't pull through from ATW, and we can change it up a little bit, so that's okay. So your password, what I'll do after today is I will email you a lost password link. It'll come through as this page. Please enter your username and your email address, and you'll receive a link to create a new password via email. So your username or your email is the I'll put in the email address that I email to you, and then get your new password, and you'll be able to generate a brand new password, and then you'll enter the site and update your details. All right, I'll just click back through here. Again, so that just gives you a bit of an idea about the tour. Let us know about your events because they'll appear on the map. Make sure you optimise your listing. Use great images. Keep your opening hours up to date. Can't emphasise that enough. And add an offer. It'll keep you front and centre in mind of the import of the customer. So make sure you use it. We've built this so that we can best service the customers as we can. As I said, this is our call to action now, and we will be driving customers to this map quite frequently, and we hope you enjoy it. And we'd love some feedback, so if you've got anything, any suggestions, then just let us know. We're always going to be improving the map. This won't be the final map either, so we'll always be looking to improve it. So if you've got suggestions, we'd really welcome it. And I will say see you later. It's great chatting to you all. Bye.